It's a great honor for me to be able to participate in remembering the service of fallen members of a profession for which I have such deep admiration. I'm thankful that we are gathered today as a state to honor those who died in the service of us all. Today, we unveil the names of two fallen heroes we lost in early 2017, and two we lost many years ago who are finally getting the recognition they earned. Detective Jason Weiland of the Everest Metro Police Department knew that the suspect he was pursuing had killed 3 innocent people in cold blood that day. He knew that he was still armed and that attempts to apprehend him posed a deadly risk. But that man could not be permitted to take any more innocent life. Detective Weiland put his life on the line to stop him. He leaves behind a truly amazing young family. There could be no stronger image of the remarkable man he was than his 2 amazing daughters. I'm sorry, girls, about the loss of your dad. We lost Trooper Anthony Borostowski to a tragic automobile crash. He was a highly decorated U.S. Army medic who served multiple tours in combat, where he saved countless lives. He never sought glory, though, and he did not think his service made him something special. I know about his humility because his dad told me about it at the funeral service. You see, his dad told me that even though he and his son were close, he never knew his son was so decorated until he saw his son's military uniform at the funeral. As a trooper, he continued to save life. He earned recognition for life-saving before he even finished his field training. What a terrible loss. Those losses are still fresh, and families, law enforcement partners, and our state are still grieving. We must never forget those we have lost. We must join together like this to remember those who made the ultimate sacrifice. And finally, we must commit to prayer for the safety of those who serve us in dangerous occupations, whether in law enforcement, fire and EMS, or military. It only takes a moment to add a prayer for their safety, but those prayers go a long way. To the families of Detective Weiland, Trooper Borostowski, Special Officer Freiherr, and Lieutenant Grosskopf, thank you for being here today to help us honor your loved ones.
Since taking office in 2011 as Wisconsin's 45th governor, Governor Scott Walker has attended each memorial ceremony since his inauguration. The show of support from the highest office in the state is instrumental in the Wisconsin Law Enforcement Memorial's mission to honor and remember our fallen heroes. It is with great pleasure I introduce Governor Scott Walker.
It's appropriate today that we're inside the Capitol, not just because of the weather, but as you look over there, you see a replica of the Liberty Bell, and if you look up there, you see the symbols of justice. When we think of our 4 fallen heroes today, it's liberty and justice that men and women like the 4 we honor today fight for every single day. Today, as these 4 names are added to the Wisconsin Law Enforcement Memorial, let us not only remember these 4 fallen heroes, let us remember, more importantly, their lives and the impact that they've had on family, on friends, on colleagues, on people they didn't even know, and will continue to have an impact on. Let us also remember each of the lives of every one of the men and women listed on this memorial. Let us rededicate ourselves to lifting up to the families of the survivors, those from this past year and those from several years ago and beyond, to never forget to lift up in our prayers and our support for those families of our fallen heroes. And finally, let us not forget to thank those men and women here today and all that you represent across this state, who each and every way, every day, go out and respond to the call to protect and to serve the citizens of the great state of Wisconsin. Tonight, as we should every night, let us lift every one of them up in our prayers for courage, for safety, and for wisdom. God be with you all.
Today, we commemorate the addition of 4 names of fallen officers to the Wisconsin Law Enforcement Memorial, 2 of whom died in the line of duty in 2017. Detective Jason Weiland of the Everest Metropolitan Police Department and Trooper Anthony Borostowski of the Wisconsin State Patrol. These 2 individuals represented their respective agencies with pride and dedication, and each left behind family, friends, and colleagues who mourn for the void created from their passing. Detective Jason Weiland, end of watch, March 22nd, 2017. Trooper Anthony Borostowski, end of watch, April 11th, 2017. Anthony's parents, Stan and Cindy, are also with us here today, along with many of his friends and colleagues. Stan and Cindy, I can't begin to form the words that will adequately express my sorrow for the loss of your son.